examination. And soon after the semester end examination, within 4 or 5 days, we are going to announce the results. And now everything is automatic. And now all of you know BIT is autonomous institution, and we are into the second year of the autonomous scheme. And examination will be conducted in BIT only. Examination will be conducted in BIT. In BIT, we have a separate examination cell. Controller of examination is there. They are responsible for conduction of the examination. And therefore, you have to see the notification properly. It is your responsibility to apply for the examination. Only 3-4 days of time will be given for submitting the application of the examination. Okay? And therefore, you have to carefully apply for the examination, check all the subjects, what all the subjects you are going to take in that semester, whether the subject code is properly given there. Everything you have to verify and submit the examination application form. Everything will be online, but you must take care. And then results will be announced. And once the result is announced, then you will be having a choice to view the answer booklet. If you are having any doubt in the result booklet. Okay, this is one more change compared to the +2 level. You don't have option to take the photocopy. You can view the answer script. You can view it, and if you feel whatever the marks you have got is less, you can apply for the revaluation. In 1 or 2 weeks, the revaluation result will be announced. Okay, and the rules are framed in such a way that after revaluation, your marks will not be reduced. You will get, after the revaluation, whatever the higher marks is there, that marks will be allotted. In the first examination, if your marks is higher than the revaluation, then the first examination marks will be given. If the revaluation marks is higher than the previous examination, then the revaluation marks will be awarded to you. Okay? These are the events which occur in one particular semester. Okay? At BIT, we have faculty advisory system. So one faculty is allotted for every 20 students. And they will be taking personal care of those 20 students. I request all the parents also to be in touch with the faculty advisors of your son or daughter. Okay, because they will be taking care of almost everything. They will be taking care of the attendance, they will be taking care of the marks, and also I told you about the withdrawal of the course, the dropping of the course, and semester end examination application. So all those things, you need guidance. And for guidance, one faculty advisor is allotted for every 20 students. Now let us see one important slide here, the eligibility for the semester end examination. What is the eligibility criteria? Here we have 2 eligibilities. One is the attendance eligibility, other one is the internal marks eligibility. Here the semester scheme, we stress mainly upon the continuous internal evaluation. Continuous internal evaluation, therefore, you have to be regular for the classes. First test is compulsory, second test is compulsory. On emergency, if you miss any internals, one of those 2 internals, then on request, you can make a request to your teacher through your faculty advisor, and one improvement test will be given. Improvement test will be given, not generally, it will be given only for the selective cases. Okay? And from 2 internal tests, you have to score minimum of 20 marks out of 50. This is the first requirement. Second requirement is the attendance requirement. Attendance, you need 85% of the attendance. Out of 85%, only concession of up to 10% can be given by the head of the institution. Minimum 75% attendance is required. Even for the medical cases, or if you are taking part in any events outside the college, if you are going for any sports events, for everything included, only 10% concession can be given, that too on the recommendation of the faculty advisor by the head of the institution. Okay. Otherwise, the minimum of 75% of the attendance is required. if you don't meet the attendance requirement, 75%, and if you don't meet the internal requirements, 20 marks out of 50 in a particular subject, then DX grade will be awarded in that particular subject. You please note down, the meaning of the DX grade is, it is about the minimum requirement in the attendance and minimum requirement in the internal marks from the two internal tests. Along with the internal test, you will be having practical component, practical component also, practical component in few subjects. So not only internal test, you will be having the practical component, and also you will be having the different type of assessments. Altogether including it is 20 marks. Okay, altogether including it is 50 marks, the continuous internal evaluation marks. Out of 50, you have to get 20 minimum. If you are attending classes regularly, if you are continuously in touch with your teachers, then scoring of minimum 20 will not be a difficult thing. Okay, therefore attendance and internal marks both are linked here. And these two requirements you have to fulfill to be eligible to the semester end examination. If you don't fulfill any one of these two, then you will be awarded DX grade there. The consequence of DX grade is, whatever the DX grade is awarded, that particular subject you will not be able to take the examination in the semester end examination. And that subject you are going to register, you have to register in the summer semester. I told you in the beginning, summer semester is a supportive semester. And summer semester is only for those students who get DX grade here. There is one more category I will tell you. And there is one more type of course, non-credit mandatory course. Whatever the PP is, you saw the PP there in the scheme. That particular subject. For that particular subject, you have only internals. You don't have the semester end examination. And that particular subject, you have to pass in the internals only. If you fail in that particular subject, then NP grade will be given to you. If you pass in the subject, only PP grade will be given to you. And that particular subject is not counted for your SGPA, for the final result. What we need just is, you have to pass the subject, that's all. If you fail in the subject, then the NP grade will be given to you. Then again the NP grade you have to register in the summer semester. And in the summer semester, we are going to conduct the classes again, internal test again, and then you have to fulfill the attendance, fulfill the internals. Therefore, there is no escape from the attendance requirement and the internal requirements. If you don't fulfill here, only thing is you will not be having the summer vacation, that's all. Okay. Others will be enjoying 2 months of summer vacation, and if you don't fulfill the requirements of the attendance and requirements of the internals, you will be forced to register for the summer semester, and you have to attend the classes, you have to fulfill the internal marks, fulfill the attendance requirement, and then you have to appear for the summer semester end examination. And you can see here, see, the summer semester end examination is starting from 15th, this 15th Monday for the last year. And third semester is also starting from 15th. Summer semester end examination will not be having too much of time there. Summer semester end examination will be overlapping with the third semester classes. Therefore, once you enter into this particular cycle, it will be very difficult to come out. Therefore, what I suggest you is, you have to be regular to the classes, attend the classes properly, take the guidance of your teachers, fulfill the theory requirements. For the first internal test, prepare 2 modules completely. Second internal test, prepare another 2 modules completely. Then it will be of less burden for you for this semester end examination. Your overall result will be far, far better. If you miss the first internal test, 40% burden will increase. Another internal test, another 40% burden. Once you enter into this particular cycle, it will be very, very difficult. Now, let us see the semester end examination. Semester end examination will be conducted for 100 marks, each and every subject. And I told you, in the syllabus of each and every subject, you are going to have 5 modules. And in the semester end examination, question paper will be for 100 marks. There will be 5 main questions. Each main question is for 20 marks. There will be internal choice. From one module, you will get one main question. There will be internal choice there. Okay, therefore, all the modules are compulsory. Only you will be having internal choice between 2 main questions in a particular module. Therefore, whatever the syllabus you cover for the first internal test, that will be appearing in the first 2 main questions. Syllabus of the second internals will be appearing in the third and fourth main question. 5th main question will be the portion what we are going to cover after the second internals. Okay, and therefore, that is the pattern of the semester end examination. And whatever the marks you score out of 100 will be reduced to 50. Okay, then the results of the semester end examination. As I told you in the beginning, the results are going to be announced in terms of the grades. You can see here, there is flexibility in the system here. Say, if you score in between 90 and 100 marks, the grade point of 10 will be given. It is outstanding. The grade will be a O grade. And if you score in between 80 and 89, grade point is 9, excellent. And the designation of the grade point is A+. And similarly, A grade for 70 to 79 marks, for grade point of 8. And then B+ for 7, B for 6, C for 5. If you just pass, then the grade point will be 4. If you fail, the grade point will be 0. See, what flexibility you observe here is, to score SGPA of 10 out of 10, even in all 8 subjects, if you score just 90 marks, you need not score 100 out of 100 here. Even if you score 90 marks, you have the chance of scoring 10 out of 10 SGPA. That is the flexibility what you have here. 90 marks is equivalent to 100. 90 marks is equivalent to 100. Okay, therefore, the grade point system, it is to reduce the pressure on the students. Okay, many of you are sitting here. If I ask the marks, what you have scored in physics, chemistry, mathematics, huge competition there. 97, 98, 99, 100 out of 100. You see those marks there. That puts a lot of pressure on the students. Okay, therefore here, you have the grade point system here where the result will be announced in terms of the grade point here. See, for each and every subject, the result, a grade point will be given to you. And then the overall semester result will be announced in terms of the SGPA, semester grade point average. And then after completion of one semester, from second semester onwards, you will be having 2 results. One SGPA for that particular semester, and another CGPA, which is the cumulative grade point average, which is the cumulative average for the 2 preceding semesters, 2 previous semesters. This is the formula for calculation of the you can note the formula for the SGPA calculations here. SGPA calculation, I told you in the beginning. See, weightage for SGPA, even though all the subjects, the marks allotted is 100, weightage of each and every subject is different. And the weightage of the subject is defined by the credit point of the subject. If you score SGPA of 9 out of 10 in one particular subject of credit point 4, to calculate the SGPA, that subject will be multiplied by 4. 9 will be multiplied by 4 there. Okay, therefore, for calculation of the SGPA, you must know the weightage given for each and every subject. Weightage is given in terms of the credit point. Therefore, the SGPA in the numerator, it is the product of the credit point of that particular subject and whatever the grade point you are going to score in that particular subject divided by total number of the credit points. Similarly, CGPA Am I audible? Okay. Similarly, CGPA, it is also same formula, but what we do here is for CGPA, we take all the previous semesters, including that particular semester. At the end of the second semester, you are going to get one CGPA value, one SGPA value. First semester, you get only SGPA. And third semester, you are going to get SGPA for that particular semester and previous all three semesters. All the subjects of all three semesters. Therefore, the CGPA will be indicating your performance at the end of that particular semester, the performance of all the previous semesters. All the previous semesters. Therefore, in this particular system, in the grade point system, the SGPA and CGPA system, at the end of the degree, BE degree, you are going to have one particular value. That's all. One particular value which gives your performance in all the courses of that particular course. BE course of all 4 years will be given in only one single value out of 10. Out of 10, CGPA 9, CGPA 7, CGPA 8, whatever the CGPA are going to get there. Okay. Therefore, each and every subject is counted here for CGPA. You can just do the simple mathematics. Total number of credit point is 160. If you are studying a subject of 4 credit points in a semester, the weightage of that particular subject is around 2.5%. 2.5% for your overall engineering degree. Therefore, you should not neglect any subjects. You should concentrate on each and everything, and then only you can get the better CGPA. Okay, this is what the meaning of the continuous learning and continuous internal evaluation. You have to understand this difference properly. Okay, from the annual scheme to the semester scheme. Here it is, the emphasis is mainly on the continuous internal evaluation. Now, there is another flexible rule here, make-up examination. Make-up examination, actually, the term is somewhat misleading. What you feel, make-up examination is for the repeaters. Actually, make-up examination is not for the repeaters. This examination will be conducted soon after the semester end examination. And only 2 categories of the students are allowed in the make-up examination. Okay. And say, suppose if you do very well in the first internals, second internals, you score more than 90% of marks in the internals, and by chance if you are not able to take the examination because of the illness, because of some urgent work, because of some urgent emergency things, some emergency, then what you have to do is, you have to inform the faculty advisor. Through the faculty advisor, you have to approach the HOD and academics dean, and then you have to submit a request. In that case, I grade will be given to you. I grade will not be counted for awarding of the SGPA. And then soon after the semester end examination, one more make-up examination will be conducted. And you can take the make-up examination and clear the subject. Objective is, you have studied the subject, but by chance you are not able to take the examination. Okay, this particular flexibility is there. And then, even if you take the examination, you have got more than 90% marks in the internals. Out of 50, you have got 45 and above. Take the examination. By chance, if you are not feeling on that particular day, if you are not able to inform in advance, if you fail in the examination, then in the examination, fail grade will not be given to you. X grade will be given to you. Under what condition? When you have the internals more than 90%. Internal marks, when it is more than 90%, then the X grade will be given to you. In that case, you will be eligible for the make-up examination. Make-up examination is only for the students who get I grade and students who get X grade. Students who get I grade is those who take the prior permission following the systematic rules. And students who get the X grade is those who take examination and after scoring very good marks in the internals, if they fail in the semester end examination, okay, and in that particular case, you'll be awarded the X grade, and then you are eligible for the makeup examination. This makeup examination will be conducted soon after the announcement of the results of the semester end examination. Okay. So now these are the different scenarios, grade scenarios. Okay, everything is given in a single table here. If you register for a course, attend all the classes regularly, get the attendance of more than 85%, and score more than 40% of the marks in the continuous internal evaluation, and then you will be eligible for the semester end examination. And if you write semester end examination, then these grades will be awarded: O grade, A plus grade, A grade, B plus grade, B grade, C grade, and P grade. Okay. See, first of all, if you are concentrating only on the O grade, I request all of you to concentrate only on the O grade. If you are concentrating on the O grade, all these scenarios will not come into the picture. You need not bother about any other grade if you concentrate on the O grade. Therefore, in the table, you just look into the O grade. Okay, remaining things, just for the information's sake, you know the remaining grades. Okay, you have to concentrate only on the O grade. And in that particular case, the semester end examination result will be announced, and you will get the grade there. If you fail in this semester end examination, then the F grade will be given to you. Once the F grade is given to you, then the next chance will be summer semester end examination. See, F grade is failing in this semester end examination after fulfilling the internal requirements. Fulfilling the internal requirements. In this particular case, you need not attend the classes of the summer semester. You need not attend the classes of the summer semester. You have to take only the summer semester end examination. Summer semester end examination, that's all. You will be having vacation. At home only you can sit and study for the examination. You can come over here. You can take the help of your teachers if you want. Teachers will be there. And you have to pay the examination fees. Summer semester end examination is the backlog examination for those students who fail in the regular semester. You please note on this. Summer semester end examination is the backlog examination. For those students who get DX grade, without attendance, without internal marks, they have to attend the classes in the summer semester. See, just imagine, the regular semester is for 16 weeks. Summer semester, whatever the classes we conduct in 16 weeks, those classes are conducted in only 8 weeks. Therefore, workload will be double. Therefore, if you postpone any of your subject by withdrawal of the course, dropping of the course, or not attending the classes, not fulfilling the attendance requirement, then you will have a huge burden in the summer semester. You must, at any cost, you must avoid going to the summer semester. And also, you must try to avoid the F grade also. You can enjoy your vacation at the end of the year. First year, you can enjoy the vacation. Second year onwards, there will be other activities. There will be internship activities will be there. Compulsory internship is there. All those things will come to know. Okay. And now, if you withdraw the course or drop the course during the semester, then the W grade will be given to you. W grade, that particular subject you have to re-register in the summer semester. Fulfill the attendance requirement, fulfill the internal requirements, take the examination. Then, if attendance is less than 85%, internal marks is less than 20, then DX grade will be given. Third row. And DX grade also you have to re-register in the summer semester, attend the classes, fulfill the attendance requirement, internal requirements, then only you will be allowed to take the examination, summer semester and examination. And then next one, if you satisfy the internals, satisfy the attendance, apply for the examination, if you are absent for the examination. Absent for the examination. If you are absent, in that particular case, you will not be eligible for the makeup examination. Makeup examination, you are eligible only with I grade and X grade. X grade is after attempting the examination and failing the examination with internal marks more than 90. I grade is if you are taking permission prior to the examination. If you don't attend the examination after paying the fees, AB grade will be awarded to you. And AB grade, you have to take the summer semester end examination only. Okay. And then PP. PP is only for the non-credit mandatory course. Course will be very, very simple. Just you attend the class, you can fulfill the requirements. But this course will not be counted for the SGPA or CGPA. But the course is compulsory to get the degree. You have to compulsorily pass the course to get the degree. And then I told you about the I grade and the X grade. I grade and X grade are the grades which allow you to take the makeup examination. Okay, these are the different grades, what you are going to get. And you must know the consequence of each and every grade, the implications of each and every grade there. Now, one more important rule, the vertical progression. How many subjects you can keep as backlog? See, all the negative things I am telling here. Okay, therefore, you should not bother about all these things if you are concentrating only on the O grade. Okay, anyhow, you must know the rule. Vertical progression, we call it as vertical progression. What is the eligibility for moving from first year to the second year to the third year, and third year to the fourth year? Now, in a semester, you are going to have 20 credits. Total 40 credits in a year. Out of 40 credits, minimum 24 credits you have to complete before you move to the third semester. If you keep a backlog of more than 16 credits, then you will not be allowed to enter into the second year. That is the first rule. Now from second year to the third year, there is no condition. There is no condition. Even if you fail in all the subjects of the second year and 14 credits of the first year, then also you will be allowed to move to the third year. Okay, then third year to the fourth year. Third year, to move from third year to the fourth year, you have to complete all the pending subjects of the first year. All the pending subjects of the first year. And then, irrespective of this, irrespective of the second year subjects and third year subjects, you can move to the fourth year. Okay, this is the rules applicable as per the university rules for the vertical progression. Okay, therefore, those who struggle with your studies, you need to complete minimum of 24 credits before you move to the second year there. Now, let us see how the summer semester goes there. Summer semester is for 8 weeks. 8 weeks classes will be there. And there is a limit here. Summer semester, you cannot take all the subjects. Suppose if you have attendance shortage in all 20 credits here in the first semester, 20 credits in the second semester, and then you will not be able to register for all the 40 credits in the summer semester. And limit is only 14 credits. Therefore, those who don't fulfill the attendance requirement in the first semester, second semester, in all the 40 credits, or at least more than 20 credits, then there is no use of entering into the summer semester. Then the only option left will be you have to take the readmission. You have to take the readmission for the first year once again. That is the only option. This you have to remember. Even though rules are flexible, you cannot take the flexibility too much. Okay, and only 14 credits you can register in the summer semester. And then summer semester and examination is the backlog examination. If you fail in any subject in the first year or second year, then that particular subject you can take only in the summer semester and examination. That is, if you fail in a particular subject of the first semester, you will have to wait for another 6 months. Then only you will be allowed to take the examination. That is the rule of the summer semester. Okay, therefore, summer semester, there are the advantages, there are the disadvantages. Summer semester is designed to help the slow learning students and also to help the fast learning students. I told you the average credit load for a particular semester is 20. and you can extend it to 28 in the second year and third year, from third semester onwards. That is, the summer semester, what you have at the end of the second year, what you have at the end of the third year, there you can register for more courses. You can register in advance the courses of the seventh semester. You can complete them here, and you can free yourself in the seventh semester for some other activities, for the project activity and for the other activities. And then these are the conditions for the award of the degree. You have to clear 150 credits, and then the CGPA, minimum CGPA for all the semesters together, after clearing all the subjects, should be minimum 4, and then grade status. There should not be any I grade and X grade left over there. And then in the mandatory non-credit course, you should be having the PP degree. And then there is one more thing, ACT activity points. This is in addition to the academics. ACT activity points, it is about the social activities. Some list of activities are given. You have to earn some 100 points there, and there will be activities in the college for those things. You have to attend the activities and earn the points there. Your faculty advisor will be assisting in that particular thing. And then the degree awarding will be through the VTU. Even though BIT is autonomous institution, after you fulfill all these things, the recommendation will be sent to the VTU, and VTU in the name of the college, they will be allotting the degree for you. Now, one more important rule. This rule is not given in the rule book actually. This is the rule you must know in the higher education. Bloom's taxonomy levels. Bloom's taxonomy levels are very, very important. Very, very significant from the higher education point of view. You can see there are 6 stages given here. I heard about these 6 stages here. First stage is the remember level. Second stage is the understand level. Third stage is the apply level. Fourth one is the analyze level. Fifth one is the evaluation. And sixth one, it is the creation level. See, whatever the subject, if you are attending the classes, listening to the class, one particular topic, if you are able to understand it properly, then you are satisfying only first level and second level. To move to the third level, you need to put some extra effort. Madam Sudhamurthy, Madam said very clearly, you must have discipline and you must work hard. See, if you look into the syllabus of all the 8 subjects, syllabus you can find very simple contents over there. It's not at all difficult to pass the examination. Therefore, what is the significance of the higher education? The main significance of the higher education you can understand looking at this Bloom's level of taxonomy. The main significance of the higher education is you have to move from the bottom end to the top end. So you can see there, you can move only step by step. Only when you understand the subject, you can remember it. Only when you remember it, you can apply it. You take any example, any particular topic. You have attempted the CET examination, you have cleared the CET examination, some of you have attempted the JEE examination, all those things. Majority of the questions in the JEE examination, they are application oriented. They don't ask simple thing, the remembering thing. You go to the next level, apply level. Therefore, any subject you can apply for a different application only when you understand and remember. Then next level, it is the analysis level. Analysis level is the next higher level. You can analyze only when you know whatever you are applying is right or wrong. You should be able to analyze it. It requires another next level of the expertise. And next level is the evaluation level. And final level is the creation level. You can see the size of it is the pyramid here. You can see the very less size in the top and very big in the bottom. This Bloom's level of taxonomy, they are not only applicable for the higher education, they are applicable for your life also. If you go to a company, only one CEO will be there. And that CEO, the difference is, you will be having the expertise equivalent to the creation level. Okay, therefore, the main objective of the higher education is moving from the bottom end to the top end. And this movement is possible only when you try to move step by step. You are going to study about 64 subjects in the BE degree. In all the subjects, you will not be able to move to the higher level. Okay, therefore, you have to define your target. See, at least in all the subjects, you have to enter from the bottom. And some subjects you can enter in the second level. Memory level, understand level, do the examination properly, you can forget it. There are few subjects which you feel important, where you select a particular area, there you must try to gain the expertise. Gaining of the expertise is the main objective of the BE degree. You are into the degree education now. You are into the degree education. Degree education is, it's all about gaining of the expertise. Morning you saw some of the students who got the highest package. What's the difference between the student who get highest package and the lowest package and those who are struggling to complete the degree? The difference is very, very clear. Difference you can understand only through this Bloom's level. Those who enter into the system and try to move from the one step to the next step. See, only for clearing all these steps, you need hard work. You need discipline and hard work. Madam said, discipline and hard work are the two mantras. And this discipline and hard work you can do, it is required to fulfill these requirements. Moving to the top level is very, very difficult. And in one particular area, if you move to the top level, if you gain that particular expertise, then you will be successful in the life. Therefore, please, you can Google it. You check this Bloom's taxonomy levels and try to move at least one or two areas in one particular area or 2-3 areas of your interest. You select the area in the beginning only, first semester only, and try to work continuously on that particular thing. Beginning will be difficult. Therefore, you cannot move directly to the top level. You have to remember, you have to move only from the bottom to the top level. And in addition to that, what all the subjects you have here, try to complete them at least in the first level, second level, and third level. Okay, this I'm repeating because nowadays, majority of the students, they have a bad habit. They have a superiority complex that they study just before the examination. What happens when you study just before the examination? You study something, omit something in the internal test, 40% syllabus, you study 1 or 2 hours just before the internal test, just omit that in the internal test, you get some marks. So minimum requirement marks you'll get, you'll not learn anything. In that particular case, you will not be even entering into the bottom level of the Bloom's level. See, without entering into any level of the Bloom's taxonomy, you can complete the degree. Therefore, completing degree with the expertise, with knowledge is different from completing the degree from the point of view of the completion of the degree, for the sake of completion of the degree. This difference you have to understand. See, scheme, whatever the scheme you have is highly flexible. Flexibility you should not misuse. If you misuse the flexibility, then you are going to struggle. See, it is continuous internal evaluation. If you miss the meaning of the continuous evaluation, if you miss the essence of the continuous learning, then it is very difficult to succeed. You will enter into a different cycle. You can see the clear difference I have given here. Once, if you don't study for the first internals properly, then you will not be able to do first internals properly, then you will not be having the interest to study the second internals properly, because the syllabus contents of the second internals will be in continuation of the first internals. Then you will not be able to do the semester end examination properly. If you have backlogs, then you have to wait till the end of the semester, summer semester end examination. Therefore, all the difficulties will be there. Other words, you see the other scenario, if you are regular to the classes, know about the syllabus contents, cover 40% of the syllabus for this first internals, you will be having 6 weeks of time. Then another 40% for the second internals. Another 20% you can easily cover for the semester end examination. You can get a better SGPA, better CGPA. See, you must remember, many of the placement companies, they put a minimum requirement. They put mainly 2 conditions. You should not be having any backlog in any semester. This you have to remember. And then SGPA. CGPA at the end of the 4th year, it should be more than 7, more than 8, like that. Only those students who fulfill that, only those students who fulfill that, they will be placed in a very good company. Therefore, each and everything is interlinked here. From the first semester till the last semester, whatever you are going to do, it is going to be the continuous. I'm stressing upon the word continuous. You have to be putting your efforts continuously. If you put efforts continuously, then automatically you will be having lesser pressure, you can learn better. Whichever the subjects you are having interest, you can move to the higher level, you can move to the apply level, analysis level, then finally to the creation level. Okay. Therefore, this is the way in which you have to enjoy your degree. Okay, you have to enter from the bottom and you have to exit from the top there. By the end of the degree, if you are at least able to exit from the top in 1 or 2 areas, that expertise will help you a lot. With this, I'll conclude my talk. If you are having any doubt, I will be there. I will be there in the department and you can contact me later. Okay, thank you. Questions? If you have questions, you can ask.
So no questions? Fine. Thank you, sir. In spite of having sore throat, it was really informative and enlightening session. Hopefully, explanation of the academic rules and regulations have provided us, especially for our first year students, with great clarity and awareness, which will surely guide them in their academic journey. There's one more announcement to our students. Tomorrow, instead of starting our session at 10 o'clock, we would be preponing it by 9:30. We request you all to be here by 9:30 because there is a session from the Casio scientific calculator. And they would give you all the information. Till now, I don't think none of you would have used the scientific calculator. So which has to be bought, and where it is available is going to be information regarding that will be given to you. Now, attendance will be taken during 9:30 session. So please do assemble at the same time. Moving on to our next session, success is not about luck. It's about preparing oneself for meeting the opportunity. To meet your opportunity, our placement and training center form an integral part of your academic journey. They bridge the gap between classroom learning and professional courses. At Bangalore Institute of Technology, the training and placement cell has been consistently working to enhance the skills and employability of students. To give us a comprehensive overview of these initiatives, it is my privilege to heartily welcome Dr. Shankar Gowda, BN, presently working as placement officer.
Thank you.
And also Professor and Head of Department of Data Science Engineering, Bangalore Institute of Technology, with 25 years of experience in teaching in our same college and 1.5 years of experience in industry. Sir, we kindly request you to address the gathering.
Thank you. Eldrigu namaskara. Good afternoon all. Am I audible? But you are not. Good afternoon. Thank you. Uda chennagi madidre ella. So since morning I guess nimge yargu ಮಾತಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶನೇ ಸಿಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೊನೋಲಾಗ್, ಬರೀ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಮಾತ್ರ ಡೆಲಿವರಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಎ ಡೈಲಾಗ್. ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಇಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್. ಆರ್ ಯು ರೆಡಿ? ಯಾ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. Again, first and foremost, I congratulate all the BITians. Welcome to the family. All the students, you are in our family now. And I also thank all the parents for making the very good decision of believing in us. ನಮ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಇಟ್ಟು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ಗೆ ಸೇರಿಸಿದ್ದೀರಾ. So we thank you from the bottom of our heart. And I don't think you'll be disappointed. You are in the right hands. So, students, how was your last 3 years of life? 10th, 11th, 12th. How was it? I want you to speak. Matadi. Yeah. It was only study, study, study. And I guess most of you are here after struggling for 3 years. I don't think you are going to personal time another. You have dedicated your time for only scoring well either in CET or COMEDK or NEET or say JEE. So you have dedicated your entire life of 3 years for that. Yes? Howda? Yes. What was the objective? Yenik madidadana? To get into a good college. And I believe say you have reached that particular stage now. And I guess say parents, how was your last 3 years of life? Sitting behind the back of your child, ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆಯಿಂದ ರಾತ್ರಿ ತನಕ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಮೋಟಿವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಓದಿಸಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಓದೋದು ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಲೈಫ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿ. ಸೊ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ 3 years ಅಗೇನ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಜೊತೆ ನೀವು ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೇ ಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ 3 years ಆಫ್ ಯುವರ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ 3 years ಆಫ್ ಯುವರ್ ಲೈಫ್. ಎಸ್, ಫಾರ್ ವಾಟ್? ಏನಕ್ಕೆ? ಓದೋದಷ್ಟೇ ಲೈಫ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಜೊತೆ ನೀವು ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಪೆಂಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಪ್ರೆಷಿಯಸ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ 3 years ವಿತ್ ಒನ್ ಗೋಲ್. ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಒಳ್ಳೆ CET ಅಥವಾ COMEDKಲ್ಲಿ ರ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಬರಬೇಕು, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕಾಲೇಜಿಗೆ ಸೇರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಲೈಫ್ ಸೆಟ್ಲ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಫ್. ಆಸ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಜಾಬ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ I request all the students to give a big round of applause for all your parents for bringing you here. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಮುಗ್ದೋಯ್ತಾ? ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕಾಲೇಜಿಗೆ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಮುಗ್ದೋಯ್ತಾ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೇಷನ್? ಆರ್ ಆರ್ ಯು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್ ನೌ? ಎಸ್, ಯು ಆರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್. ಏನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ನೌ? ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್? ಎ ಬಿಟ್ ಲೌಡರ್, ಕೇಳಿಸಲ್ಲ. ಗುಡ್ ಜಾಬ್. ಸೊ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಪ್ರಿಸೈಸ್ಲಿ ಐಲ್ ಕಮ್ ದೇರ್. ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೇಷನ್ಸ್ ನೆವರ್ ಎಂಡ್. ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಮುಗಿತ್ತು, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅಚೀವ್ಡ್ ದಟ್. ನೌ ದೆರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೇಷನ್. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಸಿಗಬೇಕು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಬೇಕು. ಎಸ್, ಯು ಆರ್ ದೇರ್. ವಾಟ್ಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಗೋಲ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್? ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ 3 years ಹೆಂಗೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರಗಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಓದಿದ್ರಿ, ಬರೀ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ 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 ಅಂತ. ಹಂಗೆ ಓದಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು, ಹೌದಾ? ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಅಗೇನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ದಟ್. How many of you think that getting good CGPA or a rank will give you a job? Please raise your hands. ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ CGPA ಬಂದರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಬಂದರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ರ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಬಂದರೆ ನಂಗೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ? ಗುಡ್, ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಅನಿಸಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವೇರ್ ವಿ ಆರ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ರ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಬಂದವರು ಅಥವಾ ಒಳ್ಳೆ CGPA ಬಂದವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕಂಪನಿ ಕರೆದು ಕೆಲಸ ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ದ ಕಂಪನಿ ವಾಂಟ್ಸ್. ನಾ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಓದಿ 30 ಇಯರ್ಸ್ ಆಯಿತು. 30 ವರ್ಷ ಹಿಂದೆ ಅಗೇನ್ 64 ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟೇ ಇತ್ತು. 64 ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ 63 ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟು ಪ್ಯೂರ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಸೊ 98% ಆಫ್ ದ ಕರಿಕ್ಯುಲಮ್ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಸ್ಟಡಿಡ್ ಆರ್ ನನ್ನ peers they studied was purely engineering. Now Dr. Chandrasekhar a curriculum the display ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ರು. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 1 ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಕೋರ್ಸು ನಾನ್ ಮ್ಯಾಂಡೇಟರಿ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಟುಡೇಸ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್. 64 ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ರಫ್ಲಿ ಅರೌಂಡ್ 40 ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟು ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಇನ್ನು 24 ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟು ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್, social science, health science, yoga you study for 4 years. Engineering curriculum ali 4 semesters. Physical education, yoga, NSS, and also activity points anta helidru. 100 activity point you got to acquire. Apart from acquiring 160 credits in over a period of 4 years, you are supposed to acquire 100 activity points. Activity points again is said idella social concern activities anta. So today's education is not about scoring marks or getting ranks or getting good CGPA. That doesn't mean that you should not get. The package is something towards holistic development. ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಬೆಳಿಬೇಕು. So they should be having the right personality, right attitude, right behavior with the knowledge in order to be placed. So idu VT matra simitvagiಲ್ಲ. ಈ curriculum, that is 40% of your curriculum is about life science, health science, social science, etc. is not only with respect to engineering education. It is true with respect to medical or all professional courses as well. It is true with respect to across India. AICT ಕೆಲಬರೋ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿದ್ಯಾಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳಲ್ಲೂ ಇದೇ ಕರಿಕ್ಯುಲಮ್ ಇರೋದು. So it is very much important for us to have the holistic development from all perspectives. So hangagene you study yoga for 4 semesters, NSS for 4 semesters compulsorily. Scientific Foundation for Health antide, human value universal human values anta ide, IDT anta ide, innovation design thinking anta ide for everyone. So the whole landscape has changed. ಬರೀ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕೆಲಸ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಕಂಪನೀಸ್ ದ ವೇ ದೇ ಹೈರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಗೈನ್ ಟೋಟಲಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ಐ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ವಾಂಟ್ ಯು ಟು ಪುಟ್ ಸಮ್ ಲೈಟ್ ಆನ್ ದೀಸ್ ಆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್, ಹೌ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ಯು ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯಬಲ್. ಸೊ ಅಗೈನ್ just 2 days back we saw about the Gen Z students. Nepal, they have revolutionized. So what's the mindset of you people? Again, Chandrasekhar was talking about exam ge 10 dina munche 15 dina munche odi exam na pass agbodu, or just staying at the bottom level of Bloom's taxonomy you can clear the engineering. That will take you nowhere. So again ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ 3 years of study our mindset ಹೆಂಗಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, we got to study only from the exam perspective. exam ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಬರಬೇಕು, ಬಂದರೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. No, you got to change that mindset. That is not what is only required. Along with getting good grades, that's the benchmark for you to get selected by a company for facing their interviews. So it's only the first step. Every company says no backlogs and 8 CGPA irlebekanta heltare. 8 CGPA is the benchmark for you to be sitting for the placement test. 8 CGPA is a good CGPA, minimum 8 irlebeku, but that is not the only thing. So the mindset is we want to study only for passing the exam. 4 ವರ್ಷ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರಲ್ಲಿ ಓದಿದ್ದು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇಯರಲ್ಲಿ ಮರ್ತೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇಯರ್ ಓದಿ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಇಯರ್ ಬರೋಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಅಗೇನ್ ಮರ್ತೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ವೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಟು ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಇನ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಟು ದ 5th or 6th semester, ಟುಡೇ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ 5th sem ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಅಂದರೆ 2027 ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗುವಂಥ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇವಾಗ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ. ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ 2026 ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗುವಂಥ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಜೊತೆಗೆ 2027 ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗುವಂಥ ಮಕ್ಳಿಗೂ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ಲರ್ನ್ ಇನ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್, if you forget that after your exam, then it is impossible for you to pass the assessment test of any company. So never study from the exam perspective. You must start thinking towards studying from the knowledge perspective. 6 ತಿಂಗಳು 8 subject, you are putting some effort. Let it not go waste. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಬರೆದು ಆ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮರ್ತೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ದೆನ್ ಅಗೈನ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬರೋ 15 ದಿನ 1 ತಿಂಗಳು ಮುಂಚೆ ಯು ಸಿಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಫಾರ್ 20 hours, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಂಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು ಟು ರಿಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್. ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅದು. ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಓದು ಇನ್ಮೇಲೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗೋ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು. ಅಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಗಾಟ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಫಾರ್ ಗೈನಿಂಗ್ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್. ಎನಿವೇ ಯು ಆರ್ ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಟೈಮ್, you need a bit of concentration and a bit of dedication. Do that and you will be learning from the knowledge perspective. And I request all the parents to push towards that. And placement normally ಶುರುವಾಗೋದು who has got internship for 3.6 lakhs per month. ತಿಂಗಳಿಗೆ ಅದು ವಾರಕ್ಕೆ 90,000 ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಶಿಪ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಫ್ ಅಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಒನ್ ಅಮಾಂಗ್ ದೆಮ್, then there should be some amount of dedication, some amount of sacrifice what you got to do. So start preparing from day one. I'll just take you through how the placement will happen these days. So a good mask card will only be looking beautiful to the eyes, but will not get you the job. Okay? So you got to start thinking in a different way from today, because in the last 3 years ಗೆ ನಾವು ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಹಂಗೆ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಓದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಜೀವನ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಓದಲೇಬೇಕು, and getting marks is the only thing ಅಂತ. And again, I guess most of you are here from either Alan or Narayana, and we know how they train us. First PUC, second PUC curriculum college ಓದಲ್ಲ ನಾವು, only for competitive exams ಗೆ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. That has become the part of life now, and we got to go with it. But this is the time for you to change. Don't go with the same mindset with your engineering education. Who are we? Placement and training cell. So 13 ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ BIT ಅಲ್ಲಿ, UG ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. Placement and training center is one department which is associated with all the other 13 departments. Computer science department, they train you on computer science, civil, mechanical, on civil and mechanical. What is that we do? We are here to transform you. Transform what? From a student to a what is that you want to be? What is that you want to be? Remain a student throughout? No. You want to be a professional. So this is where we come in. So at Training and Placement Center of BIT, our aim is to transform you to be industry ready, or transform you to be a professional from a student. So how do we do that? Through career guidance, skill development, and also help you get placed or facilitate towards placement. it is not possible for us to place you. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಗಾದೆ ಇದೆ, ಕುದುರೆನ ನೀರು ತನಕ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ ನೀರು ಕುಡಿಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ಕುದುರೆನೇ. So we can only take you to the water you are supposed to drink. So, okay, support you through higher studies and entrepreneurship. Namma placement cell, it was started way back in the year 1994, and I guess we were one of the first to start training and placement center in Bangalore. And we were the first to start computer science engineering program in, let's say, Karnataka. So, education is the foundation, training is the bridge, and placement is the destination. So, you got to start moving towards that. So, the vision and mission of training and placement cell BIT, again, we want to enhance and equip our students with conceptualized employability and professional skills in meeting dynamic challenges of corporate world and acquaint our faculty with the current industry trends. Mission, train all students to meet the industry requirements, guide students to achieve their career goals, provide ample placement opportunities for students for their dream jobs, and equip our faculty members to be in line with the industry standards. So apart from uplifting the students, we are also supporting the faculty as well. Okay. So objectives, ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಒಂದೇ objective, to get good placements for our students, to make our students skilled, either through upskilling or cross-skilling. We want to have a skilled pool. So, what is that industry expects from a fresher? Now assume after 4 years you are a fresher, you have graduated and you want to step into the industry. So what does industry expect from you? If I ask you what is that you expect from industry, a big fat paycheck. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಸಂಬಳ ಬರಬೇಕು, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಜಾಬ್ ಪ್ರೊಫೈಲ್ ಬೇಕಂತ. But what does company expect from you? One is obviously you got to have the degree. Just having degree is not sufficient. You got to have the domain knowledge. You got to have the technology knowledge. You got to have job ready skills. Unfortunately, this is what is missing from most of our students. They are very good in studies. Tumba chennagi odi marks tagitare. But again, the entire study is only towards passing the exam. Normally when it comes to placement, companies want to assess students on the fundamentals of those branches. You may be a mechanical, civil, electrical, electronics, computer science engineer. When somebody wants to hire you, they want to test you or assess you based on your fundamental concepts that you have learned in your first year or second year. 90% of the students fail to pass those assessment tests. Reason being, our thought process, our mindset. First year ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಓದಿದೆ, ಅದು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇಯರ್ ಬರೋಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಮರ್ತೋಗಿರ್ತೀನಿ. Companies ಬಂದಾಗ they start assessing you right from what you have learnt in your first semester. You are in 6th semester. Company wants you to write a test on a subject which you have studied in first semester or second semester where you fail. Now this is practicality. Not only with respect to BIT, but it is the same with respect to every other institute in India. So it doesn't mean that only students of BIT or XYZ college. It is a universal truth. So today's generation, when we graduated, just having a good marks was sufficient. ಬೇರೆ ಏನು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಎಸ್, ಬನ್ನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. And again, how placement was happening BIT. say, let's say a decade back, companies used to come and fight. First slot namak kodi inta. Companies like Infosys, Wipro, TCS, Cognizant, Accenture, etc. They used to say, we need the first slot in the recruitment season. We used to demand, companies now ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ, minimum 300 ಜನ ತಗೋತೀರಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ. They used to take or hire 300 students. But today it is not so. ಬರೋ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್ ಅಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ 10 ಜನ 15 ಜನ 20 ಜನ ಮಾತ್ರ ತಗೋತಾರೆ. ಮಾಸ್ ರಿಕ್ರೂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪಾಸ್ಟ್. ಈಗ ಯಾವ ಕಂಪನಿನೂ ಬಂದು 300 ಜನ 100 ಜನ 200 ಜನ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಂಥ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. Not even in IITs as well. Companies come and hire only in single digit or at most in double digit. When I say double digit, not 90, 100, it's only around 10 to 20. So you got to understand this. There is lot of competition. Until unless you have the right skills, you cannot be employed. Kilsa sigatte, you won't get a quality placement. Quality placement in the sense, company paying you 25 lakhs, 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs, 50 lakhs, you cannot expect. ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಕಂಪನಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ 5 ಲಕ್ಷ 6 ಲಕ್ಷ 10 ಲಕ್ಷ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಾರೆ, you got to be happy for that. If at all, if you are looking for a good quality placement, it comes with a cost. Cost is you got to have the right skill set. So here you got to have the job ready skills and the application of whatever you are. And very important is the innovation and creative mindset. Again, companies these days, okay, I'll come to that. This is the feedback given by industry. This is quite sensitive and I want each one of you to please go through this, understand this, and understand what the industry is expecting from you. Performance of student in aptitude test, average. Performance of student in technical test, good. Performance of student in group discussion, average. Communication skill of student, average. Technical knowledge of student, average, etc. So this is what it is as on today. And obviously this is not going to get you a good placement. If this is the industry standard, then obviously you cannot expect to have good placement. Earlier, placement was happening only based on these things. There was mass recruitment, as I said, 100 jana, 200 jana, 300 jana ತಗೋತಾ ಇದ್ರು. Cut off irta ittu, 75% irbeku, and again, these are the tests. There was assessment test irta ittu, aptitude or technical, interview, HR, you get the job offer. Today it's not the scenario. Along with this, today companies come and say what CGPA you got, 8, yes, you can sit for the assessment. You pass the assessment test, interview, etc. And these interviews, what they conduct is largely on these things. How many hackathons have you participated? How many projects you have done? How many internships you have got? How many papers you have published? How many projects you have done? And all your interviews, when I say technical interviews, it will be based on, all the questions will be based on these things. The moment you say, I have not taken part in any of the hackathons or not the internship or no projects, there's nothing for them to ask. They don't want to know anything about you because you are not skilled. So recruitment landscape has changed. There's only one difference here. Earlier that was sufficient, but today recruitment is happening through hackathons, ideathons, say internships, projects, etc. So, apart from your curriculum, you got to build the dynamism of getting involved or participating. Whether you win or lose is a different aspect. You got to participate in hackathons or ideathons. You got to work on projects. You got to do internships. That is the basis. Now, if you are not doing that, you will be left behind. Now, you can just talk to all those people who were here earlier. I said one of the data science student has got a package of 3.6 lakh internship by Mercer. She never leaves a single hackathon. Winning or losing is a different aspect, but it's the practice platform for them. They're getting exposed to the industries. How the industry work, what kind of problems will be there, how to approach to solve the problem, etc. Until unless you develop that skill, it is impossible for you to get placed. So apart from your curriculum, this has to be a parallel channel where you are working on hackathons or ideathons or say projects or mini projects or internships, etc. When I say internship, it could be a 2-week internship, 4-week internship or 6 months internship, no matter what. But it has to be a real-time internship. Okay? Normally, we prepare a resume and send our resume for hiring. Resume is static. In the sense, resume ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನು ಬರಿತೀವಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರೀ ನಮ್ಮ ಹಳೆ ಕಥೆನೇ ಬರಿತೀವಿ. ನಾನು ಹಂಗಿದ್ದೆ, ನಾನು ಹಂಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನಂಗೆ ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತು, ನಂಗೆ ಇದು ಗೊತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಬರಿತೀವಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Companies are not interested in that. Companies don't want to know about your past. ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನು ಬೇಕು? What is that you can do for the company? How dynamic you are. And social media has become an integral part. When I say social media, it is not, I'm not talking about WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, etc. So I spend 2 hours, 3 hours on Insta or WhatsApp. No, that is not the social media what I'm talking about. I'm talking about your digital presence in the market. Until and unless you leave your digital footprint, you will not be seen. You got to be visible to the outside world. Companies ಯಾರು ಬಂದು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಹುಡುಗ ಇದ್ದಾನ ಅಥವಾ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಡ್ ಹುಡುಗ ಇದ್ದಾನ ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Today everything is AI based. Until unless you are digitally present, you are digitally visible, you will not be recognized, you will not be considered. So you got to have a strong digital presence. Tomorrow there is a session by Mr. Suchindra. He will be talking in depth of how to be present on the social media or how to be digitally present or how to leave your digital footprints. So again, building resumes and sending it was of the past. Today you got to build dynamic profiles, and that is only through the digital footprints what you leave on the social media platforms like LinkedIn, which is a professional platform for companies to look for good, talented or good skilled people. You got to build a network. Until unless you have a good reference, good network, it is not possible for you to say grow or for you to get placed. So employers today want how you think, not how you were thinking, what you value, the kind of influence you bring to the company. So in your digital footprints, if you are exhibiting that, then there's a good chance for you to be identified. And again, the example of Priyam Kumari, Mercer, she did not apply for Mercer. She was identified by Mercer based on her social presence, and they offered the internship. And again, when I say internship, it is not just a normal internship. Internship is of, yesterday itself she received the first week salary of 90,000. So you got to be digitally present, and the dynamic profile, so your digital footprint is going to make your static resume look beautiful or look good. So how to build, I'll just brush through this. Again, tomorrow you're having a exhaustive session on how to be digitally present. When I say digitally present, anything and everything you do on the social media is being recorded, being tracked, and being judged by others. So if you want to professionally grow, then audit your presence or review your online footprint and remove contents that contradicts your professional image. Now, whatever image you want to portray to the outside world, if your social presence is contradicting that, nobody is going to believe you. Define what you want to be known for. Example, you want to be a problem solver or innovator or leader or domain expert, etc. Showcase expertise by sharing insights from projects, internships, comment on industry development, publish thoughtful perspectives. This is very important. Engage and just don't broadcast. I'm a very good listener. I listen to everything. I'll not post anything, or I'll just forward anything that is received. No. Nobody is going to see you there. So you got to be active, join discussions, respond to others, add perspectives, build meaningful connections. That is definitely going to help you. Stay authentic and stay connected, stay consistent is the norm of the day. So how to be industry ready? Apart from your curriculum, apart from getting good grades, you got to start preparing for placement right from first semester. We will help you grow, or we will help you acquire all the skills. So we are planning to have a parallel placement curriculum as well. So fundamental courses must be practiced throughout. No matter whatever is your branch, be it mechanical, civil, electrical, electronics, computer science, computer has become inevitable with respect to any job. Every job or every company that comes, they assess you on the fundamental programming languages. Each one of you would be studying Python, C, and some of you would be studying, say, Java, non-CS background students. So every assessment will be having the assessment test based on these programming languages. They would give you a scenario and ask you to write code either in C or Python or any language you want. Scenario would be, they would give just 2 scenarios and give either 45 minutes or 1 hour wherein you're supposed to write build the code in whatever language. Language is independent, be it for computer science student or mechanical or civil student. So you got to have your fundamentals right. Until unless you practice, you learn about Python in first semester or second semester and C again first or second semester, but you are sitting for placement in your 5th or 6th semester, there is a disconnect of 4 semesters. After you have completed Python or C in your first or second semester, you have not even touched the book for the next 3 or 4 semesters. Immediately you want to come and write a piece of code, it is not possible. There are a lot of platforms, okay? There are a lot of platforms which you got to keep practicing on a daily basis. It becomes inevitable and mandatory for computer science and allied branches. You got to practice. There are platforms like LeetCode, HackerRank, HackerEarth, CodeChef, Geeks for Geeks, etc. There are multiple platforms. Make it a habit to spend at least 1 hour on these platforms. Learn progressively day by day. you'll get the skill. By the time you come for your 5th semester, you would have mastered these programming languages. Now, if at all, if you pass the first assessment test, you would be considered for your technical interviews. 90% of the students are failing in the first step itself. You don't even see the light of facing the interviews. You write your assessment test, let's say 100 of them write assessment test, around 10 of them clear the assessment test, 90 are rejected straightforward. You don't even get an opportunity for facing the technical interview. You may be an excellent student, you may be a very good communicator, you may be a very good team player, but you won't get the opportunity to exhibit all those things to the interviewer because you have not been considered at all. So clearing the first step is very important, and until unless you have your fundamentals right, you cannot be placed. It's as simple as that. Okay? So fundamental courses must be practiced throughout, even after you pass the exam or pass the semester. You got to keep revising or revisiting those courses continuously without disconnect. And again, I said, today's company don't want someone who is only a bookworm. They want someone who is built holistically and having a good personality. How to build good personality? Just reading and playing games on either mobile or on desktop will not make you sportsman, will not bring dynamism. If you want to be dynamic, you got to get involved in the club activities. There are around 30 plus clubs in BIT. You got to get associated with at least 2 clubs. Minimum of 2 clubs is mandatory for you to say, get this leadership skills, organizing skills, communicative skills, liaison skills or networking skills, etc. It gives you a platform for you to go and meet people outside your arena or your domain. It gives you opportunity for you to communicate, interact, learn about the other person, other culture, other traditions. Until unless you do that, you won't grow. So participate in clubs, sports, cultural activities, which is going to bring in dynamism in you. Normally, when it comes to technical education, when we say sports day or Independence Day or Republic Day or cultural fest, until unless we say there is a DJ, students won't turn up. They don't participate in sports, they don't participate in Independence Day, they don't participate in Republic Day, they don't be part of NSS, NCC, yoga. We got to push them. But take it from me, it is only for your good. You can become dynamic only by being part of it. If you consider it's a holiday, then you have lost the opportunity of building dynamism in yourself. So I kindly request all the parents, don't listen to your kids when they say, Independence Day ide raja ivattu college sports ide raja. No. Push them. Make them participate. Now if you are not being part of it, again you will be left out. So participate in hackathons, projects, certifications, ideathons. It is a must. So what is that we do at Placement Center? We provide you opportunity to grow or to self-grow. We try to organize lot of pre-placement talks, get people from industry or support departments to go for industry visit. We also want to train you on various skills that are mandatory for you to get placed. Again, unfortunately, students don't realize the impact of all this effort. Ultimately, once they don't get placed, once they realize they lack skill set, once they don't get selected by the company, once they are not able to pass the assessment test, they'll run back to us and say, company is not hiring me, I'm not able to clear the assessment test, what should I do? You have missed the bus, you're too late. By the time you acquire those skills, companies would have gone and they would be start hiring for the next batch of students. And you got to understand one important aspect. Hiring, let's say I'll just limit to two categories. Hiring happens in two ways. One is campus recruitment, other one is gate recruitment. Campus recruitment is companies coming to our campus and they are requesting the college to give good people. So you are having the negotiating opportunity. You are in the dominant position. You can say, in BIT we allow, say, 2 offers, 3 offers, etc. A student, if he is capable, he can get 3 offers. If somebody is getting 3 offers, he is in a demanding position. He can demand and say, if you pay me this much money, if I get this job profile, I'll join your company. If at all, if you are not able to get placed through campus recruitment, you got to go for gate application. That means you got to take your resume, go to the gate of company. The moment you go to the gate of company, company knows that you have not been placed by campus. They are in the demanding position. For the same job profile where they offer 20 lakhs, when you go to their gate, say, I'll pay 5 lakhs, join the company. I believe you are able to appreciate the difference between campus recruitment and gate applications. How important is campus recruitment and how difficult is it once you are not placed through campus recruitment? It's going to hamper your entire career. Your vertical growth will be hampered. So we have been placing in record numbers. We have been placing in record numbers. I said this year we have started placement for 2026 passing students, 2027 passing students. That means placement has started already for 2 years from now. Students who are passing out 2 years from now, placement has started. Every year we get around 250 companies to hire you. So there are a lot of opportunities until and unless you are skilled. Being skilled is not the only aspect. You got to exhibit the skill you have got. Until unless you do that, you'll not be hired. So we give training on soft skill and communication, industry expert talks, alumni interactions. We provide opportunities for internships, industry visits, career counseling, etc. So along with this, I'm very happy to share that today in BIT, we are having 400 Juniper certified network associates. There are 400 Juniper certified network associates. Juniper is one of the networking company, just like Cisco, Aruba, etc. So we have a MOU with Juniper, and Juniper has trained 400 of our students and they have cleared the certification exam. Juniper is coming either this month or next month for hiring. Each certification costs around 2 lakhs. Certification exam itself costs around 20,000. If you want to write the JNCIA exam, certification exam, they charge $200. The entire training, self-based learning, and the certification exam was given for free. 400 of our students have got Juniper certified, say, certifications, and they are ready for being placed. Juniper will hire only those students who are having the certifications. So along with hackathons, ideathons, internships, projects, etc., certification is also a criteria for you to get hired. So we are working on the partnership with SAP. We have the deliberation done. We are supposed to sign the MOU. If that happens, then for mechanical, MBA, and also CS and allied branches, there will be SAP certified professionals as well. And with respect to civil engineering department, we have a MOU with Autodesk. Autodesk also is offering the certification programs, and all those students who are certified will be placed in those companies where Autodesk is being used, and Autodesk is extensively used in the market. So there are a lot of opportunities for you to grow, and as said, in order to make you industry ready, we are having our own placement curriculum. So in the first year, we have a curriculum for LSRW. LSRW is listening, speaking, reading, writing. Even today, companies complain. Students are technically too good, but they don't have the communication skills. They're not able to present what they know. They're not able to write the emails. They're not able to write the letters. They're not able to build the reports. They're not able to talk to the clients or customers. So having technical skill is just not sufficient. You got to have the right communication skills, the right soft skills or personality, attitude, behavior. So we put an effort in order to train you on all of these things. And every assessment that happens will be having logical reasoning, analytical reasoning, quant, compulsorily, no matter whatever is the company, whatever is the branch. Assessments are made based on these things. So from time to time, we organize sessions on improving all of these skills as well. And technical skills, obviously, yes. We don't want to leave the gap. We don't want that disconnect that is happening these days. You learn something in second semester, which is very much required for your placement in sixth semester. There is totally disconnect between the content, what you have learned for the 4 semesters, so you have forgot everything. When you sit for assessment tests, you're simply not able to recall. In order to bridge that gap, we have come up with a scheme. There will be training on those fundamental placement or industry-ready skills given on a continuous basis. So I request all the parents, whenever we propose something like this, that is only for the benefit of your wards or your son or daughter, and only from the placement perspective. Encourage them and make them be part of it. Otherwise, again, they'll be left out. I guess all of you might have observed how the geese fly. You can just see all geese lined up, the way they fly. Normally they fly in the shape of a V. Any thought or any idea, is it deliberate or is it just by coincidence they fly like that? That's teamwork. The geese, they want to travel long distance. So the one in the front will lead for some period of time. It takes a step backward. The next bird comes to the front. It flies or it leads from the front for some time. This happens. By doing this, the bird which is flying in the front is not exhausted. Others just follow. One is making the decision, others are just following. They swap. So your effort should also be like that. You got to go for peer learning. You got to understand the importance of teamwork. You got to be a team player. So again, I'll only be for myself and I'll not talk to anyone. I'll not be a team player. No, you're not required by anyone, because ultimately once you walk into the company, you're not a solo. You are working in the team. You got to understand the dynamics of the team. So what is expected from you people? Consistency, participation, discipline, upskilling. Consistent in what? In your learning path. You got to be participative in order to build the dynamism, participate in everything. Hackathon, ideathon, certifications, projects, internships, sports, yoga, etc. Discipline. If you are not disciplined, obviously you forget being hired. Even though you are being hired, you'll not last for long. Okay? And upskilling. You got to remember one thing. Unlike doctors, advocates, or chartered accountants, they practice what they have learned. But here, we as engineers, let's say you're learning Python in your first semester, you're graduating in 4 years. By the time you graduate, Python might have become obsolete. Python might have become outdated. So you cannot just say, why should I learn something which is going to get outdated? You're not learning a programming language there. You're learning the fundamentals. More than that, you're learning how to adapt. So you got to be aware that any skill you are acquiring is not going to last for long. You got to be ready to acquire the skills from time to time. You can never stop learning. So you got to be ready for lifelong learning. And what's in there for parents? Just the encouragement. Encourage them, motivate them for the next, let's say, 3 years. Leave the final years for us. If you start pushing them for next 3 years, now for the last 3 years you have pushed them for getting good marks, good ranks. Now push them for overall development. If you do that, then definitely I can promise each one of you over here will be placed well. When I say well, you would be placed with a good fat package. That's the assurance what we can give from our end if the commitment is there from your end. Together, we can shape successful careers. Together means who? Together means not just the students. It's the students, it's the parents, and us. So we got to work in harmony, we got to work in tandem in order to be successful. If you are successful, we are successful. Okay? As Sudhamurthy madam said, the ultimate satisfaction for any teacher is when one of you comes and take the stage and we sit over there and listen to you. That's the greatest happiness what a teacher can get. And obviously we'll be calling you once you achieve. So we want each one of you to take the stage and lead from the front. So just the statistics of placement in BIT of 2025, placement is still going on. We already placed 655 students. We already started placement for 2027 batch as well. Now this is for 2025. 2026 has started from August. Around 100 students have already been placed with good packages. Around 20 companies have visited. We have got more than 200 companies yet to visit in the next 1 year. So we are sure that every student or every eligible student will be placed. So these are some of the high package students from various companies for last year, 2025. Okay. Some of them, Ankita, Sukruti, Hitesh, Devoyo. Some of the companies which visit BIT, except Microsoft or some few companies. We have got almost all the companies in our kitty. Some activities, what we do. Say, we organize industry visits. We organize people from industry or alumni to come and say, motivate our students. We also invite colleges from abroad for, say, the collaborative work. So we are into lot many things, and since you have been sitting very patiently and you have been a very good audience, say, normally we used to make all our faculty stand, or the last lines would be say occupied by our faculties. So we need to ensure that there is much discipline. I thank each one of you for being such patient listeners. And sitting here, full house, not only here, even our 4 seminar halls are also fully occupied. So thanks for being such wonderful audience, and thanks for being part of today's induction meet. We also invite you to be part of the next 3 days as well. If there is anything you want to know about training and placement, I'm here, and also my team. There is Mr. Girish, the placement officer, and also the assistant placement officers are there. We are in 2nd floor. So please come and visit. If you have any queries, we'll definitely address all your queries. Yeah. Thank you, each one of you. So on a closing note, our goal is just to place, not to just place you in a job, but to prepare you for a successful career and life, and hopefully each one of you would be successful. Thank you everyone, and if at all if you have any queries, we will take the queries in the room. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for unveiling the prospectus for our building engineers. Your insightful words have not only provided us with clear understanding of the placement and training initiatives of a college, but have also inspired and motivated our students to prepare themselves with greater focus, determination, and confidence for their future careers. Now, ending with today's session, I request all of you to stay for a few minutes. There are few announcements to be done. Everyone, last 2 minutes, please take your seats. Yeah. Yes. First thing, which was already announced before, tomorrow's session is going to start by 9:30 a.m. Attendance would be taken for all the sessions. Second thing is, from tomorrow, all the sessions would be only for the students and not for the parents. Third thing is, from tomorrow we won't be providing lunch, so please do get your lunch. Okay? And regarding the creative practices, which is already announced, okay? Your Google form, there's a question which raises saying, what is that you want to showcase, okay? We want in curricular activities, especially with the cultural activities. It could be like drama, dance, music, paint, I think this should be okay for everyone, not regarding your academics. Is that okay for everyone? Fine? Yeah. So thank you all once again. See you tomorrow by 9:30 a.m.